home toothless, maimed.
Only Team 10 exposes an unlicensed dentist working under a false name caught luring San Diego patients across the border.
Well, that woman contacted Team 10, and we followed the dentist's trail of deception.
Investigator Allison Ash spent weeks tracking the dentist from the sales pitch to surgery, but Allison, it all started with that roommate who immediately smelled a rat.
Oh, yes, she did. After she saw this ad in the San Diego Reader, it promises new and improved dental implants at greatly reduced fees. What the ad didn't say is the dentist lied about his identity and left out the part about his revoked license.
I don't want dentures, and so implants seem like the better way to go. Very costly.
Lorianne Wilhite's dentist quoted her $8,500 to do the work. So when she saw this Apple Dental ad in the Reader offering deep discounts, she bit.
So I called the number and spoke with Dr. Bob.
She says the man on the phone called himself Dr. Bob Franco. He told her he could do 3 implants for just $1,500. Even better, he had an available appointment. All she needed to do was meet him at his home in Coronado.
And we were going to travel across the border together.
Did that raise a red flag for you?
Yeah.
When she said that she was going to meet him at his house in Coronado, I'm like, he's a human trafficker. He's going to take you over there and you're going to become a sex slave and I'm never going to see you again.
That's what Wilhite's roommate thought, but not what she found. Marianne Wilson started digging. County real estate records showed the house where her roommate was supposed to meet Dr. Bob Franco was owned by someone named Robert Mansueto. She Googled his name and she found this, a 2009 Team 10 investigation.
And I was just horrified. I couldn't believe what I was reading.
Oh my God, it was the most excruciating pain.
Back then, Candy Mills told Team 10 Mansueto drilled a hole in her sinus. His dental license was suspended because of cases like hers. The California Dental Board later revoked it when Mansueto didn't follow the terms of his suspension.
I just don't understand how he's still able to do this.
Wilson made an appointment to see the dentist she now felt certain was Mansueto. Team 10 cameras recorded as she went inside the house in Coronado Cays. But this was one patient who refused to get in the car to drive to Mexico. Wilson says she told Dr. Bob she couldn't go because she'd forgotten her driver's license.
He's very, very persuasive, very smooth talking, very calming. It's like I know what I'm doing. You're in good hands. Let's go.
The very next day, at the same time, Team 10 staked his house out again. We watched this woman in turquoise pull up to the same house. When she moved her car, we watched as the dentist and another woman put some things in the trunk of a car registered to Mansueto and hit the road. To Mexico. We followed as the car circled through Tijuana. We kept following the car, but eventually lost it in this area where there's a lot of medical and dental buildings just a stone's throw across from the border. We never learned the identity of the women who came here with the dentist April 6th, but we did find out who was in the car with Mansueto when he crossed the border 6 days later. Did he ever use the name Mansueto?
Not to my knowledge.
This woman asked Team 10 to protect her identity. She showed us the financial contract she signed to have the man who called himself Dr. Bob Franco put in 4 implants for a fraction of what any other dentist would charge. Did he actually perform the procedures on your teeth?
Yes, he did.
And how did it go?
It went fine. I didn't see any problems whatsoever.
She says she never thought to check to see whether the man who was drilling into her jaw was licensed. We did. The Dental Board of California confirmed neither Robert Mansueto nor Bob Franco has a valid license to practice dentistry.
And I felt like a fool for not asking, too, I mean, I should have asked.
This is the business card the man who called himself Dr. Bob Franco gave her. It says Amoros Dental Implants. So we checked the web and we found they have a pretty impressive website, but their address here in San Diego is less impressive. It brought us here to this UPS store on Washington Street, where Suite 403 is one of those mailboxes. Oh, and remember Apple Dental from the ad that started this investigation? It shares the same phone number, which was answered by Dr. Bob. Hi, Bob. Is this Dr. Mansueto? He hung up on me. When I called back, no answer. We also knocked on the door of that house in Coronado where patients met the dentist. A man there told us we had the wrong place.
About a half hour after we were told neither Dr. Franco nor Dr. Mansueto lived in the house over there, guess who pulled in? That's his car sticking out of the driveway. We knocked on the front door again, but no answer.
And went back the following day with no luck. Now it's Mansueto who may be running out of luck. The Dental Board of California says it's illegal for someone with a revoked license to advertise or represent himself as a dentist. It's also illegal in California to use a fake name to practice or promise to practice dentistry.
I just can't imagine what could have happened to Lorianne.
I just dodged a bullet.
And we've posted more information and the story here on 10news.com. And if you scroll to the very bottom of the story, there is a link that's right here. And on this link, oh, it's timed out. Well, on this link, you're actually able to check to see whether your dentist has a valid license to practice. You can also file a complaint on that same site. Now, after we began asking questions about Dr. Mansueto, the California Board of Dentistry assigned an investigator to the case. That investigator has already reached out to all of the women that we featured in our story.
What's the penalty for practicing dentistry without a license? And does that really matter if you're doing it in Mexico?
Well, Mexico looks at this very harshly as well. Mexican authorities are looking at it. We know that here, though, practicing dentistry without a license is a misdemeanor. You do it more than once, it becomes a felony, and there are some pretty hefty fines and also jail time connected if you're convicted of this.
Understandably so. Allison, thank you.